breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let me in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Super Bowl dreams are on the line today on the conference championship, where only one team can move on. It's the Texans going up against the Chargers. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
America's finest city on about as fine a Sunday afternoon as you're ever going to see. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the San Diego Chargers. Who will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 52? We'll know shortly as we are underway in the AFC title game. And he is out of bounds here on the return. They'll come out in the pistol. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Cuts it out to the sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 75 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage? Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And right side, Henry's got it. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And, Charles, here's the offensive lineup.
Melvin Gordon, the exciting young runner out of Wisconsin. Well over 2,000 yards his last year with the Badgers. This is a guy who can catch it and run it.
Second down now after the pass completion. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll look to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, second down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Kevin Johnson's skills just continue to get better and better. An elite athlete out on the corner. He's up to the challenge of any receiver.
Second down following the run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's third down. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Again, it's Miller. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And we'll take a look quickly at the San Diego defense.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
Seven yards remain now on 3rd down. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw right side, complete to Williams. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And it's fourth down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense.
Ground. It's Lamar Miller. They find some open field here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give them 11 on the gain there. And the Texans are going to have a first. They come out here in the eye. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get... They keep it with Miller on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On second down, here's Miller. From 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
So the Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. The play clock's running down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brian Cushing, the linebacker, in on the tackle. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, the ball comes out but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for San Diego. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. They'll run with Miller. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's complete right side to Benjamin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One receiver left, that's Allen.
Let's go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Over! Here we go! Green 39!
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's third and goal.
Let's go. Listen now, Barney. All right, now look at me. No. Check. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit.
They'll drop to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Texans set to come on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
They come out here in the eye.
Go. Check. Box it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So 2nd and 10 here. One receiver left. That's Allen.
Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Fielded at about the 28. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Fresh set of downs here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. A first down carry now for Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations. It's make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. One receiver left. That's Allen. Now back to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And to the right side here, it's Allen. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
was a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you'd think, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. They come out here in the I. Lamar Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe and brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Rodgers. He finds his target, Fuller. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Miller, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Jerry Atauchu brings him down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They come out here in the I. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And an alley to run. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good, solid, strong run that not only gets them a nice chunk of yardage, but takes the clock under 4 minutes. And now they're going to play situational football. How many timeouts does the opposition have left? How many runs do they need to call to make sure that they bleed out those timeouts? But even more importantly, mentally right now, they hold the advantage. They probably have them at the verge of breaking. And what they want to do is finish them off.
Now it's Miller running right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Play clock winding down. Now it's Miller. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Let's go.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 3rd and short. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. One receiver left. That's Allen. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Andre Howell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros?